Hello everyone and welcome to episode 18 of Starting from Scratch. Still working at the Wohlfahrt Etude here. I haven't gone any further than the first line because that really just still needed to be practiced. So I'm going to go the first line one more time and see if I can somehow get to at least starting the second line. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to put my bow onto the string, relax my hand and find my bow hold. Okay, now I'm going to find the notes. I'm still giving myself plenty of time for that. I can do it a little bit more discreet now. Okay, here we go. Let's see how it goes. Okay, it's definitely better than when I started. Interesting, if you listen very closely, you'll notice fourth finger's giving me more trouble than the string crossings. That's not surprising for me because the whole issue with the fourth finger, because it's so much shorter, is actually quite a big issue on violin playing in general, whereas the string crossings don't involve the fourth finger here, so they are not as difficult. Now, before I move on to starting the second line, I want to just practice the bit with the fourth finger one more time because the fourth finger was out of tune every time it came, and that's also something which I learned over the decades of playing the violin. Don't leave things standing which are not okay. Correct them, practice them. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, just the bit with the fourth finger. Okay, that was a little bit better. My fingers don't know exactly where the strings are yet, so sometimes I even have to look, which means that I'm taking my eyes off of the bow, which means that the bow will immediately slide around somewhere. So it's really still very difficult. I'm going to move on to the next line now, and I'm going to do that without the bow first, to just see what difficulties are coming there, what do I have to address, what do I have to practice. Yeah, that one's hard. Okay, I think that's enough because that's already very difficult. Intonation was terrible, so I'm going to do that again. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm going to practice that. Okay, what makes this difficult is that the semitone is between open string and first finger, and after that they're all in whole tones. So I have to stretch my hand. That's why I am working at this etude, because this etude helps me learn to stretch my hand, but it does mean that I have to address those difficulties separately and actually practice them. So I'm just going to do this bit a couple of times. Okay, we do all of that again. Okay, I had to correct the third finger D was too flat, which definitely is because my hand is also not used to having a low first finger in semitone to open string. It's used to F sharp, it's not used to F. So you see there's a lot of difficulties in this etude if one starts it this soon. So it's going to be a while before I can play the whole etude, but there's so much in it, so it's perfect for learning this sort of thing. Now I'm going to start using the bow, and I'm going to do that same bit, but I'm going to play each note twice because that gives me more time to correct for sound, to improve the sound as I'm going along. That's one thing I'm always doing, is always trying to make a better sound. And yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, found my C. Ah, I can't do it at all. Yeah, that first finger F is really turning out to be a problem. Honestly, this is so typical for violin playing. There's a reason why I'm finding this first finger F so much more difficult than I expected. The reason is so simple. I haven't practiced it. And what I thought would be difficult, spreading the fingers and reaching with the fourth finger, yes, it is difficult, but not so difficult because I've been preparing that for so many weeks. All these weeks where I did, and then the double stops with second finger and fourth finger and all those things. So that part of my hand, I've been practicing quite a lot because I knew that would be a problem. I didn't think of the first finger F when it's in half tone to the open string being quite such a problem. So I have to deal with it now. That's another reason why I wanted to do this etude, because I knew it will show all sorts of weaknesses which I haven't thought of yet. And there's so many that I can't think of all of them. So here we go again. Okay, I'm going to practice just that bit. It's basically nearly a complete C major scale, so I'm just going to practice that a couple of times. Okay, even the last note wasn't quite in tune. Going to do it again. It's difficult. One has to just repeat it over and over again for the hand to get used to it. Okay, that was a little bit better. Still very, very difficult, needs lots of practicing, but I'm glad I decided to start working at this etude because it is showing me all the weaknesses which exist. Okay, I'm moving on to the second half of the line. I know there the fourth finger is going to be a problem. I'm going to do that without the bow first, just to even find out what are the difficulties for the string hand. Okay, here we go. Ah, there we go. Ah, there we go. Okay, first finger, fourth finger is our hand frame. And that has to be practiced a lot because my string hand really has to be able to go from first finger to fourth finger. So I knew that would be a problem. So I'm just going to work at that a little bit. And now it's too sharp. That's where I wanted to go. Okay, better. Same problem. Okay, this is difficult enough without the bow already. So here, for any of you who are joining me with this, or who are working at Wohlfahrt #1, going from first finger to fourth finger in a downwards moving scale, really practice that a lot. Oh God, really hard. Okay, second line, second half with the bow. Find my bow hold. Okay, find the note. Okay. It's too flat. Yeah, really hard, and the biggest problem are the fourth fingers. That's why I'm using them. Of course, I could use open string, and I would be a lot happier, I think, but not for very long because my fourth finger has to be practiced. It's the weakest finger, so I have to practice it. Now I'm going to do it again, not doubling the notes, but concentrating on the string crossing with the fourth finger. we go. Okay, this is really, really hard, and I noticed how my bow hand was tensing up so much in these difficulties. It must also be strange because I know which notes I want to play, and my left hand can play them. It just can't play with the bow. So it's really very strange working this way around. I notice it's strange for my brain. And very often I don't even know where the strings are. And this with a fourth finger definitely has to be taken apart and practiced. So I'll see how I will go on from there. But I can see that this etude is showing up all sorts of weaknesses, things I haven't thought of yet, things which still need to be practiced, which was what I wanted. So I'm getting a bit of an idea of how to go on now. So we'll see where that takes us. Hope you enjoyed this episode. It's all about practicing the difficulties, so it's probably not the most interesting episode unless you're interested in how one practices. So hope you enjoyed it anyway, and see you next time. Good luck and happy practicing.